10 days ago, after his team was knocked out, Egypt's coach looked into the cameras and said, "It's all about money. They want Messi to stay in the tournament." Most of the football world filed it under sour grapes. Well, it's final week now, and Messi is in the final. So today, we do what nobody else will. We take the theory seriously enough to actually examine it. Every verified fact, both sides, no assertions. You be the jury, the prosecution, the defense, the rulebook nobody read, and what Sunday does to all of it. Let's go. First, why this video exists. This theory has done hundreds of millions of impressions across the internet. Whole channels have built their month on it, most of them asserting things nobody can prove. We covered this story from day one. The complaint, the boycott, FIFA's response, all of it verified as it happened. So instead of screaming a verdict at you, we're going to lay out the actual case file, every column, and let you rule on it. That's the whole video. Here is everything the believers point to, and every item on this list is verified. 1. Zico's wonder goal against Argentina, disallowed for a foul roughly 20 seconds earlier, while an almost identical goal minutes later stood. 2. The McAllister shirt tug seconds before Argentina's winner, no penalty, no review, and a former top-flight referee, Patrick Ittrich, on record, it's actually a penalty. 3. Sports Illustrated reporting an apparently similar infringement in the build-up to Enzo's winner that was never reviewed at ALL. 4. Egypt had formally objected to that referee before the match was even played. 5. In the next round, Emiliano Martinez slide-tackled Embolo, ball and man, no penalty, and Embolo was later sent off, in tears, by a replay. 6. Minutes after the Egypt controversy, FIFA appointed an all-Argentine refereeing crew to a quarter-final, the first single-nation knockout crew of the tournament. 7. A federation complaint, a coach's boycott, and protests from Belgium and Ecuador in the same week. And 8. The pattern itself, 4 straight knockout rounds, 4 escapes, 2 of them in the 92nd minute or later. Write it all down in one place like that, and you understand why millions believe it. That's the case for. Now hold your verdict, because the defense is just as strong. Quick one, subscribe to Pitchside FC, and if you're enjoying this, tap hype. It's free, and it pushes small channels like ours up the sport board. Right, the defense. Now the other column, and honesty demands it gets equal time. 1. The law backed every major call. The possession phase rule made the Zico decision legal. Harsh, but legal, and clear and obvious cuts both ways on the shirt tug. A seen and waived judgment call is the hardest overturn in football, in every league on earth. 2. The referees did not score a single Argentina goal. Go through the resurrections. Romero's header, Messi off the bar, Enzo's screamer against Egypt and England, Alvarez's strike that CNN called one of the goals of the tournament, Lautaro's headers. Every single escape was authored by players, in open play, against tiring defenses. 3. Collina's defense of his officials came with a warning the conspiracy crowd never quotes, that these accusations provoke real threats against referees of calls, families. 4. If the tournament wanted Messi in the final, somebody forgot to tell Spain, who marched there conceding 1 goal and start Sunday as clear favorites. And 5. The oldest truth in football. Teams that keep winning late have looked suspicious in every era. Drama isn't evidence, it's just drama. 2 columns, both strong. And if we stopped there, you'd have the same video everyone else made. We're not stopping there, because there's a 3rd column, and almost nobody covering this story has mentioned it. The rulebook changed this year, not slightly. This is the biggest rewrite of the VAR protocol in World Cup history, and it went live on day 1 of this tournament. Before 2026, VAR could review 4 things: goals, penalties, straight red cards, mistaken identity. That was the entire list. This summer, football's lawmakers expanded it. VAR can now review a second yellow that was clearly wrong. Before this tournament, a man wrongly sent off just stayed sent off. VAR can now overturn an incorrectly awarded corner. VAR can now review fouls committed before the ball is in play at a set piece. Read that last one again, because that is the exact category the prosecution's 3rd item lives in. Before this year, if you held a man before a corner and your team scored from the phase that followed, VAR was blind to it. Structurally blind. That loophole was closed weeks ago. So the defense gets a 6th item, and it's their best one. Of course, the calls look inconsistent. Every official at this tournament is applying a protocol that is weeks old, in the biggest matches of their lives, alongside semi-automated offside running on 12 tracking cameras and a sensor inside the ball, at all 104 games. New machinery, first live test, in public. You would expect exactly this. If the pre-restart loophole was closed this year, why did Sports Illustrated report an infringement in the build-up to Enzo's winner that was never reviewed at ALL? The power to review it exists. For the first time in the history of this tournament, it exists. And that's the whole point of the third column. Some of this file isn't conspiracy, and it isn't defense. In real time, in games nobody can replay. And one more, and I want this one on the record, because it cuts the whole theory sideways. England's quarterfinal. A goal kick, seconds before half-time, appears to clip an overhead camera cable. The ball drops out of the sky. Norway's defense hesitates. Bellingham equalizes. Nyland is straight to the referee. Solbakken confronts the officials at the interval. No VAR check. The goal stands. Now. FIFA say the ball never touched the wire at all. Meanwhile, Mark Clattenburg, a former Premier League referee, said on Fox that it could have been reviewed, because an attacking phase leading to a goal as a reviewable incident. Solbakken's own line afterwards. He didn't see it, his bench did, so hold on. A contested non-review, a furious eliminated nation, a goal that changed a quarter-final, and the team that benefited was England. Sit with that for a second, because if you believe this tournament's officiating has a problem, fine, you might be right. But the file does not point in one direction. It pointed at Argentina in one round and at England in the next, and the only thing both have in common is that the machinery is new and the margins are thin. And one you'll want for Sunday. Yellow cards reset twice this tournament, after the groups, and again after the quarterfinals. Both teams pick from a full deck. Remember that on Monday, when someone tells you the wrong man was available. So, the case for, the case against, and a rulebook nobody read. Which leaves the only thing that can actually settle it. Here's the fascinating part. This theory now has an expiry date. If Spain win on Sunday, the wall holds, the favourites lift it, and the theory dies overnight, because you cannot rig a tournament for a man who goes home silver. But if Argentina win, if there's a late penalty, a marginal call, a 92nd minute miracle in a final, the believers will carry this one for 50 years, the way 1986 never left England. And there's precedent for exactly this. In 1986, England walked away convinced they were cheated, and Argentina walked away with the trophy and a legend. And 40 years later, this week, fans sang Maradona's name outside a stadium where it happened again. World Cup grievances don't fade, they ferment. And there's one more subplot the believers are already watching, and it changed this week. The Golden Boot. Messi and Mbappe are both on 8 goals. But the tiebreaker is assists, and Messi has 4, Mbappe has 3. So here's Saturday. Mbappe plays the third-place game against England. 90 minutes, 1 goal and he takes it. And if he doesn't score, Messi wins the Golden Boot without kicking a ball. Sitting in a hotel, waiting for a final. But you understand what happens on Monday, don't you? If Mbappe blanks on Saturday, and Messi lifts the boot without playing, and then Sunday's final produces a Messi penalty that decides the trophy as well, you can already hear the internet. You can hear it right now. That's the thing about World Cup conspiracy theories. The final always testifies. By Monday morning, this video gets its ending written for it. So, the jury is you, and it's a triple. 1. After all 3 columns, where do you land? Genuine concern, understandable paranoia, or complete nonsense? 2. Of every call in the prosecution's file, which one you still can't explain away? And 3. Hand on heart, does Sunday's result change your answer? And should it? Pick a side. All 3. Comments now. Best arguments from every column get pinned, and the final verdict, whatever happens, lands Monday morning. Subscribe to Pitchside FC. Turn on notifications. Tap that hype button if this earned it. The Boot Battleground verdict lands Sunday morning, and the final verdict Monday. Pitchside FC. Pick a side.